So, you're ready to launch your first pay-per-click campaign. You want to put your business directly in front of customers right at the moment they're looking for you. Well, you're in exactly the right place. Let's get into it. Look, we've all been there. You've poured your heart and soul into building a great website. You've got an amazing product, but there's just one problem: crickets. Is anyone actually finding it? It can feel like you're just shouting into the void. This is probably the biggest hurdle for most businesses, and today we're going to fix that. And the fix is called pay-per-click, or PPC. Honestly, think of it like a shortcut to the front of the line. Instead of waiting months or even years for your website to climb up the search rankings organically, PPC puts you right at the top, like right now. And the best part? You only pay when someone is actually interested enough to click on your ad. So what makes PPC so incredibly powerful? Well, it really boils down to four things. First, you get speed. We're talking instant visibility. Second, you get data. Every single dollar, every click, it's all trackable. Third, you've got total control. You set the budget down to the last penny. And finally, precision. You can target your exact customer with almost laser-like focus. Okay, here's our game plan. It's a simple 6-step process. We're going to start with the power of PPC, then build out our campaign blueprint. After that, we'll dive into keywords and ads, figure out how to bid and budget wisely, then we'll optimize for conversions, and finally, we'll measure our success. Let's jump right into step 1. All right, section 1, the power of PPC. First things first, we need to find the right channel for your specific business. You know, the first thing to get is that PPC isn't just one thing, it's a whole toolkit. For example, if you need to capture customers who are ready to buy right now, you use search ads. If you just want to get your name out there and build brand awareness, display ads are your friend. Got an online store? Shopping ads are an absolute must. The main takeaways here: your goal determines which tool you pull out of the box. Now, let's move on to section 2. This is where we lay the foundation, where we create our campaign blueprint. You wouldn't build a house without a plan, right? Same thing here. And the absolute foundation of that plan is a clear, measurable goal. Seriously, a vague wish like, I want to get more traffic, is just not going to cut it. To really succeed, you have to get specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? How are you going to measure it, and by when? And this is what a real goal looks like. See how it's not vague at all? It tells you exactly what you're aiming for: a 30% jump in leads. It gives you a clear deadline, 3 months, and it sets a critical budget rule: keep the cost per lead under $10. This becomes your North Star for the whole campaign. So, with that goal set, you can structure your account. It's like a pyramid. At the very top, you have your account. Inside that, you have your campaigns, and each campaign should be tied to one of those specific goals we just talked about. Then each campaign holds ad groups, which are just tight little clusters of similar keywords. And finally, inside those groups, you have your ads and the landing page they go to. This structure is so important because it keeps everything relevant, from the search term all the way to the final click. Which, of course, brings us to section 3, keywords and ads. This is the real engine room of your campaign. It's all about choosing the right words to attract customers and then writing ads that actually make them want to click. Think about it this way. Your keywords are the bridge connecting what someone is searching for, their problem or need, and the solution that you're offering. Picking the right ones is probably the most important thing you'll do. But it's not just what keywords you choose, it's also how you tell the ad platforms to use them. This table shows you exactly how you control that. Broad match, well, it casts a super wide net. It's good for discovering new terms, but can be risky for your budget. Phrase match gives you a lot more control. Your ad shows for searches that include your key phrase. Exact match is like a laser beam, targeting only that one precise term. And please don't forget negative keywords. They're like your shield, stopping you from wasting money on searches that are totally irrelevant. Okay, so you've got your keywords. Now you need to write ads that people can't resist. The formula is actually pretty simple. Use powerful emotional words. Tell people what makes you different, your unique selling points. Tell them exactly what to do next with a strong call to action. And, this is crucial, make sure the promise you make in the ad is what they find on your landing page. And here's that formula in action. It's perfect. The headline, "Best running shoes for flat feet," directly answers the user's search. The description, lightweight and comfortable, hits on the key benefits. And it all wraps up with a super clear, direct call to action: shop now. Simple, direct, and really, really effective.
All right, on to section 4, bidding and budgeting. This is how you fuel the engine we've been building. It's where you tell the ad platforms what you're willing to spend to hit those goals we set earlier.
Now, you're not just throwing money at a wall and hoping it sticks. You choose a strategy that actually matches your goal. If you're just starting out and have a small budget, manual CPC gives you complete control. If your goal is to generate leads, you want to use Target CPA, which stands for cost per acquisition. And if you're running an e-commerce store, Target ROS or return on ad spend is going to be your new best friend. And remember, managing your budget isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's an active process. You always want to set firm daily limits so you don't accidentally overspend. The whole strategy is pretty straightforward. Shift your money away from what's not working and double down on your winners. That's it. Okay, let's talk about section 5, optimizing for conversions. Because getting the click is only half the battle. Turning that click into an actual customer, that's the real win. Now, there are tons of ways to do this, but let's focus on one of the most powerful tactics out there, retargeting. Retargeting is basically your second chance to make a first impression. Here's how it works. A little tracking pixel on your site identifies people who visited but didn't buy anything. Then, you can show them specific ads as they browse other websites, gently reminding them about you. You can even create special ads just for people who abandoned their shopping cart, maybe with a little discount to entice them back. It's incredibly effective. And that brings us to our final step, section 6, measuring your success. Think of this as your mission control dashboard. This is where you look at the data to see what worked, what didn't, and figure out how to do even better next time. Now, you don't need to track dozens and dozens of metrics. Just focus on the vital signs. Your click-through rate tells you if your ads are even interesting to people. Conversion rate tells you if your landing page is doing its job. Quality score is basically Google's grade for how relevant your ad is. And here's a pro tip. A higher score actually means you pay less per click. And finally, return on ad spend tells you the bottom line. Are you making money? So let's wrap this all up with a final checklist. Master your keywords, both the ones you want and the ones you don't. Write ads that make people want to click. Make sure your landing page delivers on the ad's promise. Use retargeting to bring back those lost visitors. And constantly always be tracking your metrics to make your campaigns better. When you boil it all down, PPC is about being there, in that exact moment your customer needs you. They're out there right now searching for a solution you provide. So the only question left is, are you ready to be the one they find?